Like I said in my previous video, we've entered the end of the year video like stretch. And this stretch will probably run all the way to like say January. But anyway, how can I talk about the end of the year and not have done the end of the year book tag? I don't understand. Like previous me had way more sense. My end of the year book tag was last year, it dropped in November. The year before that, it dropped in November. You all know how my November was, so I'm certain nobody's surprised that you're getting this in December. But it's the end of the year book tag. As always, I'm coming to you months after everybody has finished and like moved on. But that is the content you subscribe to. Like, admit it. Anyway, I got my questions. I'm ready for this. Let's talk about the end of the year. Ooh, ooh, end of the year. This song makes no sense. What am I doing? And now I'm off key. What song is this supposed to be? The first question, which I do this every year, and then after I'm done with it, my mind is wiped, like the slate is wiped clean, and I forget the question. So like I have not actually thought about these questions. Okay, so the first question says, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish?
How much time do you have?
Okay, so grab them. The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates, I started this, I stopped in page 100, and then I paused it because my very good friend Jerry over on Onyx Pages was like, oh, let's body read it. And I'm like, cool, like, because this book is so intense, and I'm like, oh, it would be so cool for me to body read it with Jerry. But then when Njeri was reading it, I had personal stuff going, so I ended up not body reading it with her, and I've not picked it up since. Which, now that I think about this book probably should have made like it into my books I want to finish before the end of the year video, shouldn't it? Oops. Sorry. Next book on that list is The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. I started this book, I stopped at page, I even removed the bookmark. I got bored. This is my first Christina Lauren, and I guess I went into it with this expectation of, oh my god, because everybody was like, yo, we're sucking on Christina Lauren's tits, and I'm like, yo, those tits must be magnificent, the way in which people are just crushing on their collective tits. And then I read this book and I'm like, you're lied to me. You're lied to me.
The lies. There you go. This bitch.
The lies. I was bored. I put it down, and I've not picked it up since. I started this at the early this year, like maybe February, and I have not picked it up since. Let's see if I can finish it before the end of the year. Yo, which means that at the rate I'm going, my 15 books I want to read in 2 weeks might end up becoming like 30 books.
Bordering on delusional.
Next is Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. This book was not boring. The start of it just took my breath away. Already I was in love with Zainab and Adam. I guess the reason why I still have not finished it is because this is the kind of book I wanted to savor slowly, and every single time I picked it up was like very horrid times. It just didn't go with the vibe. Like I wasn't in the right mood or frame of mind to really enjoy the book, so I kept putting it off. Let's see if I can get that frame of mind before the end of the year so I can read it. Next up is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I did start this book. As you can see, I have the bookmark, and I did talk about it in my 15 books I want to read before the end of the year video. But yeah, Aiden Thomas, Cemetery Boys, I love it. I already started it. It's already hilarious. It already has me. It's gripping. I'm intrigued. I want to know more. I definitely will be finishing this before the end of the year. Definitely. Another book I started this year was The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. This is the third book in the Remnant Chronicles series. I was body reading this, right? And I've read the first 2 books, but I started this and I was just bored. Oh god, I was bored. Some of these characters were irritating, and I'm like, why are you acting like this? So I put it down. And every time I want to pick it up, I just remember those characters, and I'm like, why are you acting like this? So I didn't pick it up. And now I'm like, yo, can I finish it before the end of the year? I do not know, but this is one book I started this year. Let's see if I can finish it. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. Do not hold your breath either, people. Do not hold your breath. Next up is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This, as you can see, I have my bookmark. I started it. Like, it's like right in front. I think I've only read like the first 5 pages. Come up, why are you looking like you got possessed? What's in this? Are there ghosts in my house? Why is he looking at the ceiling? Is there a ghost in my ceiling? Oh, now he's cleaning himself, apparently. False alarm. Anyway, Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I started this. I was like, this story, my mind kept drifting every time I was reading. I'm like, okay, I clearly need to take my time because I did enjoy Margaret Rogerson's An Enchantment of Raven, so I know I would enjoy her writing style. I just need to get into this book and finally read it, and fingers crossed that I get to it this year. Next is Binti. Well, technically this is cheating because this bind up is a collection of 4 separate novellas, right? So technically I did finish all the novellas I've chosen. I have finished them because Nnedi Okorafor is one of my favorite authors. But the very last novella in this, which is Binti the Night Masquerade, I have not yet read it yet. That's the only novella left, and I will complete this bind up. So I definitely know I'll be able to finish it this before the end of the year. Also, I'm just so sad because I loved this entire collection, and I'm just so sad I'm going to have to let Binti go. And finally, Gideon the Knight by Tamsin Moore. I know Harrow the Knife came out this year, and I still have not yet finished Gideon. I've started this book twice now. Every single time I've started, it has been a bad reading month for me, so I'm just like, I don't want to force myself. I think one of these days I'm just going to be in the mood for the gothic whatever this book is, because you can't really categorize it. It's not, is it science fiction, is it fantasy, is it a hybrid? But I think that whenever I'm in the mood for it, then I'll pick it up. So if I'm in the mood for it before the end of the year, I will pick it up. If I'm not in the mood for it before the end of the year, I'm not picking it up because I want the third time to be the charm. So the third time I pick up this book, I want to finish it. Next question says, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? See, this is the reason why this video is good to do like in October, November, because I have an autumnal book. Firstly, I live in Nigeria, boo boo. There ain't no autumn. We have like straightforward weather. It is rainy, it is sunny, there's a harmattan. No autumn. But if I was living abroad, right, and the colors, the leaves were changing colors and it started to fall and it's not really winter, what book do I have that fits into that? I think, I don't know, The Enna Was by Adiba Jegrada, just because, this is cheating, but just because of the color. Like, I know it's pinkish, but there are some browns and golds. If you, even with like the Enna design at the back of the book, there are some browns and golds in this book that just reminds me of autumn. Is it the season, the weather? No, but do I pick any autumnal book? Like, do I pick a book I'm like, this will be perfect for autumn? No, because once again, I repeat, we do not experience that weather here. Who asked that question? Like, seriously, do you assume that the entire world has like autumn as a weather? Like, seriously?
Get over yourself.
Next question. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Are we talking about a new release that I've bought that has not yet arrived? Yes! 2, as a matter of fact. The Burning God by R.F. Kuang, because you all know that R.F. Kuang owes my entire life and I'm ready for that book to wreck me. I pre-ordered it. I still have not gotten that book yet, so that would be there. Then How the King of Elfhame Learned to Tell Stories by Holly Black is yet another book I pre-ordered that is also on its way. It still has not gotten to me yet, so the technicality of it would say that I am still waiting, you know, for those books. Next, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I would say go to my end of the year video because I do talk about it. But let's see, out of these ones I have already chosen, let's say these 3. So Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali, and Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. Let's see if I can finish these 3 as well.
Fingers crossed.
Next question says, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Of course, The Burning God by R.F. Kuang, because although I read some spectacular books this year, like, oh my god, The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. You all know that book is like high up my list, and I already said that the only book that could possibly challenge that book is The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. So I can't wait for that book to arrive. Ready! The last question, have you already started making reading plans for 2021? Of course I have, boo-boo. Of course I have, boo-boo. Starting with the fact that I pre-ordered my girl, my queen, the artistry that is Brittany over at Melanin Eclectic, had a 2021 reading journal. My girl had a 2021 reading journal. Do you know who pre-ordered said 2021 reading journal? Moi. already. Like my 2021 reading game is gonna be lit. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be. I also want 2021 to be the year when I finally do get into the realm of the Edelin series by Robin Hobb. I also want 2021 to be the year when I finally get into the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. Do you know what? I think I might actually do a video. Yeah, that might be my next end of the year video, or at least if it's not the next, it's coming, right? I need to share the series I want to start in 2021 because I did do that video last year, and luckily enough, there were some series that I did start. So I'm like, yo, this video works. It's like me putting it into the universe. I'm like, universe, I might not be able to start all these series, but I do want to start some of these series. And universe is like, I got you, boo, girl. I got you. I got you. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing that video. Just keep an eye out for series I want to start in 2021. If you have a series you think that I would enjoy, you know, whether it's, you know, fantasy, science fiction, paranormal, romance, YA, adult, anything, middle grade. If there's a series you're like, Noria, the fuck is wrong with you? Get behind this series. Love up on this series. If you have a series like that for me, drop it down in the comments so that I can check it out. If I like the synopsis, if it's like series, if I don't add it, it's not you, it's just that I'm going to try and limit like the series I want to start in 2021 to 10. So it just means that the one you suggested to me did not make my final 10, but it would still be on my list because you know, I want to be able to talk about stuff with you. I want you to be able to be like, girl, how dare you hate my favorite season? I'll be like,
what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm joking. No, I'm not. Anyway, yeah, so just drop it in the comments, please. Thank you. I'm always looking for new books, new series to get into. You know me. You know me. But that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Check out my other videos. Subscribe if you want to, and if you do decide to subscribe, and or if you're already subscribed, right, but you don't have the notification turned on, like you have not tapped on that bell, tap on that bell, because YouTube will not let you know when I have a new video, and it messes up with my algorithm. Like you know, the algorithm is a mess, but please, like, just click on it so that I can see all notifications turned on, so you don't miss any of my new videos. But whatever the case may be, if you don't want to click on it, just keep it in the back of your mind that Noria makes new videos every Wednesdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. EST. Yes, that is 2 p.m. EST, and I will see you soon, boo boo. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. I love you. Bye.